It's your man Jay Gray's report, and welcome to the College Football Weekly Preview, Week 2. Y'all know how we get it in, so let's get it in. Previewing the top 5 ball games of the weekend, so let's get right to it. Now, I know you checking out this pink blazer I got on. Everybody can't wear one of these. You got to have a player's card to buy one. But let's move on to the first game. We got number 14, LSU, going down to Stark Vegas to play the number 25 Mississippi State Cowbells. Now, here's the problem. LSU comes into this game after winning 12 straight season openers. They tried to open the season last weekend against McNeese State at the crib, but the weather didn't cooperate. So now, this is their first official game if they can play it. Here's the problem for LSU. Dak Prescott is still in business, Playboy. He's still in business in Stark Vegas. He threw 2 touchdowns and ran for 1 last week. Last year against these boys, against LSU, he put up 268 yards in the air, another 105 on the ground. LSU got blasted on the ground, got gashed, 7.8 yards to carry for Mississippi State, which is the most that the Mad Hatter has given up at LSU. Unbelievable. It's not going to be any different this year, Playboy. Dak Prescott is in charge. They going to go to work and beat these boys from LSU. Why? Because you got a cat named Brandon Harris playing quarterback for LSU. He was erratic the last 3 games of the year. I don't see him being any better this year because we don't know what he's done over the summer. We didn't get a chance to see him last week. So I got to go with logic and say that Dak Prescott is going to beat these boys. Now, let's move on to the next ball game. We got Hawaii flying all the way out to Columbus, Ohio to play the number 1 Ohio State Buckeyes. Let's move on to the next ball game. Who put this game on the schedule? The ADs need to be fired. What is the problem? You got Hawaii going out here to play the Beatles. These boys are like the Beatles. You can't have this game on the schedule. I doubt if the doggone star lineup for Ohio State don't even play in this game. Let's move on to the next ball game. Now, we got number 9, Notre Dame, goes out to play the Virginia Cavaliers. Now, here's the problem. Notre Dame put up 38 points last week against Texas. Only gave up 3. UVA has not beaten the top 10 team since 2005 when they beat Florida State. That's a problem, bruh. Then you got a cat named Malik Zaire who went to work last week on doggone Texas, and Fuller went to work as well. No way does Notre Dame fall apart in this ball game, and the reason why is because I saw the Leprechaun last week. The Leprechaun is back in shape. He got a membership at LA Fitness, and now he's down to a 30-inch waist. Now he's still smoking and drinking, talking crazy, gambling on the side of the doggone stadium, but he's still going to work. Notre Dame comes out of this ball game with a win. Let's move on to the next ball game. Now we got number 19, Oklahoma, shows up to Rocky Top, Neyland Stadium to play number 23, Tennessee. Now, last year, this ball game was a thriller for about two quarters down in Norman. The problem that Tennessee ran into last year, they had a bunch of young boys playing, a lot of freshmen. Now those same kids have some experience. But here's the problem. They put up 59 points against Bowling Green last week, but they gave up 430 yards in the air. That's a problem. You can't give up that type of production in the air, especially when Baker Mayfield from Oklahoma put up 388 in the air last week, went for 3 touchdowns against Akron. Oklahoma can spread you out and throw the football. If Tennessee cannot play in the defensive secondary, they're going to get blasted at the crib. I know that they got a good team. Butch got these boys rolling. They looking good. But if you can't defend the pass, it's a problem because Oklahoma going to go through these boys if that happens. So I'm going with Oklahoma to win this ball game. Now, let's get to the big ball game up in East Lansing. We got number 7, Oregon, showing up to play number 5, Michigan State. Now, Oregon put up 61 points last week. Michigan State put up 37. Both these teams have excellent. Oregon's got an excellent offense. Michigan State typically has an excellent defense. Which one of these are going to give? They both have one of the best on each side. Now, Michigan State only gave up 18 yards on the ground last week to old Dub, Western Michigan. But here's the problem. Oregon put up 485 yards versus Eastern Washington. And you got Vernon Adams at the helms right now. Vernon Adams was a transfer from Eastern Washington. He can put in work. They can spread you out. No way is Michigan State going to be able to stop these boys from moving the ball. Michigan State was 1-2 last year when they gave up more than 150 yards on the ground. They gave up 173 to these boys last year. They're going to give up more than that this week. Hey, I'm going with Oregon to beat these boys and beat them soundly because a cat named Coker playing quarterback. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate for Michigan State. But that dog will turn the ball over on you in a minute. It's going to be a problem. I'm going with Oregon to win this ball game. It's your man Jay Graves Report from the JayGravesReport.com, or you can hit me up on Twitter at JayGravesReport so you can holler at your boat.